Dearly beloved, today is the 39th day of Great Lent. Miss Nancy Jones was a quiet, elderly spinster who lived her entire life in a small Midwestern town. She held the unique distinction of being the town's oldest resident. When she passed away, the local newspaper editor wanted to write a small tribute in her memory. But as he sat at his desk, he found himself at a loss. Miss Jones had never done anything particularly wrong. She had never broken the law, never been in trouble, or never caused any trouble. Yet, she had also never done anything truly remarkable. There was no great acts of kindness, no adventures, no stories of boldness or change, just a quiet life of uneventfulness. Puzzled, the editor stepped out for his morning coffee and happened to run into the local tombstone maker. Coincidentally, the man shared the same dilemma. He too wanted to inscribe something meaningful on Miss Jones's tombstone, but couldn't think of a single noteworthy thing to say. Returning to the office, the editor handed the task off to the only person available at the time, the sports editor. What he wrote became both Miss Jones's obituary and her epitaph. And they say that if you pass through that little town today, you will still see the words carved in stone. Here lies the bones of Nancy Jones. For her life held no terrors. She lived an old maid. She died an old maid. No hits, no runs, no errors. This story may seem humorous on the surface, but it carries a sobering truth. It is possible to live an entire life without truly living. Miss Jones did nothing particularly wrong, but she also never did anything worth remembering. She lived safely, cautiously, and quietly, but also insignificantly. Lent is a season that calls us to examine our lives with honesty and courage. Are we merely existing, or are we living with purpose? Are we choosing comfort over calling, passivity over passion, safety over service? Jesus didn't call his disciples to live lives of mere moral correctness. He called them to take up their cross, to risk, to love boldly, to serve selflessly, to live with eternal purpose. He warned against hiding our talents in the ground, against lukewarmness, and against burying the gifts He gave us under the layers of fear or indifference. Let us not settle for no hits, no runs, no errors. Instead, let this Lenten season awaken us to a life of action, of faith, of compassion, and holy courage. Even if we stumble or fall, it is better to fall while trying to follow Christ than to live a life that never dared to begin. Are you living a life that will be remembered in heaven, or simply one that avoids mistakes on earth? God bless us. Have a blessed day. ഈപ്പനച്ചൻ